This podcast is brought to you by Convo Cloth, the official clothing apparel of the NBC podcast. For the latest apparel, please go to www.nothingButConvos.com. Now, let's get into the latest episode of the NBC podcast with your boy, S. McCann. What's good, people?
Nothing like it.
It's the NBC podcast with your boy, S. McCann. And this is episode 14, the Sixers 2021 season review. And in this episode, I have a special guest, Reggie, my boy, my brother. You know how we get down. And so in this episode, we break down the current Sixers roster, how we think things are going to go, and our outcome of the season. So, sit back, relax, let's get it. Chee. What's good? What's good? This is episode 14, Sixers 2021 season review with my guy, my boy, Reggie. What's good, people?
What's going on? I'm ready to get this season started.
Yes, sir. So, me and Reg, we go way back. We used to work out at LA Fitness, get it in. After 5 o'clock, after work, you know how it is. We had to get it in. So, we was in there. What was it? 5, 6, almost 7 days a week, just getting it in. And, you know, through the years, we've been talking shit, you know what I'm saying, while we work out, texting back and forth, calling, everything. Eagles stuff, Sixers stuff. Yeah, we be arguing and everything. But, you know, it's real, you know, healthy, you know, arguing. It's nothing, you know, coming at somebody's neck or whatever. But we have fun with it. This season coming up, we did a lot on the off-season moves. And so
yeah, we did.
The moves before the new league year, the firing of Brent Brown. Everybody knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. We just needed to know when. And so when this happened, I text Reg. I'm like, yo, we fired Brent Brown. What you think we gonna do? You know, we went through the D'Antonis, the Ty Lues, and you know, all those other guys. And Reg was like, he ain't know what was going on or what we should do.
Yeah.
So once Doc Rivers came along and the Clippers fired him, man, I'm like, hold on. We need to go after Doc. That was my first thing. We need to go after Doc. And so
he was the best candidate. He was the best one.
He was the best one out of all of them. And so once they go ahead. What you think?
I think it went Tyronn Lue, man.
Yeah.
Because people thinking Tyronn Lue is good because they got a ring, but the reality, they got a ring because of LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving. He had 3 stars on his team. You know, LeBron's like a player coach anyway.
Yeah, and what were you going to do? You had to win. It ain't no way you was going to lose. Like, LeBron is a coach on the court. And also, Ty Lue was on the bench at the Clippers. So whatever y'all say, oh, Doc didn't do this, Doc didn't run these plays, Doc didn't get me in the right spots. That's what Paul George was talking about. All right, if he ain't get you in the right spots, then what Ty Lue do? He was on the bench too. So y'all pushed a man that's a Hall of Fame coach out because you couldn't get it done? That's crazy to me, bro.
Man,
how they
Paul
did
George, look, Paul George, the reason why y'all lost because Paul George, you didn't step up and do what you had to do as a superstar. You're supposed to be an elite player, a number one option superstar, and you ain't do nothing. Game 7, you're supposed to step up. If you had to drop 30, 40 points, you're supposed to drop that. AI would have did it.
Yep.
Jordan would have did it. All the great ones would have did it. Kobe, everybody.
Even Jimmy Butler did it. He was on
Exactly.
one leg. He was gassed, but even he was putting in work. Come on, man. And you can't say that Paul George doesn't have more talent than Jimmy Butler. He does. But he don't got
Well,
no heart.
You know what it comes down to? Maybe we give Paul George too much credit. Maybe he's not as elite as
Maybe.
we thought he was.
Yeah.
We see AI take a team of role players to the finals. We've seen LeBron do it.
Yeah.
Paul George never been to the finals with Indiana.
Shit, we seen Dwight Howard do it in
Yeah.
Orlando. Like,
Yeah.
we seen a lot of people do it, but he had top 5 player on his team. Kawhi Leonard.
Hold up. Now listen, let's not let Kawhi off the hook. He was supposed to step up too.
Yeah, he didn't. They was breaking
He's part of
everything.
the problem. Man, look, it's his fault too.
Yeah, it is his fault.
Let's go back to Brent Brown real quick. Now, I want to go. Brent Brown should have been going in reality.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. When we had that tank roster, I understood you only had so much to work with. But once we started getting players, like the year we had all the shooters and everything, Brett Brown was still coaching like we had the tank roster.
Yeah.
Like, Brett Brown, you got to put some plays in there. You got to design an offense or something like that. You can't let every man can't have the green light on the team. There's no way in hell J.J. Redick should have had a green light, man.
Yo.
He was shooting at will.
Oh, my gosh. And it was like, yo, this man kept on running plays for J.J. Redick. When was J.J. Redick that boy? He's a role player. Yes, J.J. Redick can shoot the rock, but he was getting plays ran for him during the game.
Man.
Like he was a superstar all-star. It was crazy.
Man, they say that's the most J.J. Redick ever shot average in his career. He's supposed to sit over in the corner like Kurt and all the other role players, and you shoot the ball when I pass it to you.
That's it.
We don't run. They didn't run plays for Kurt to take 20 shots and he's with Chicago.
Man,
we don't run plays for no role player.
They was running plays for J.J. Redick, running actions, running all this stuff through this guy. And I'm like, see, my problem with Brett Brown was, who did he develop on the team? He had all the talent. They had first-round draft picks and everything.
Yeah.
Who did he develop? You keep
Brett Brown,
go ahead.
Look, you're right. He didn't develop nobody. He had 3 different teams. He had the all-shooters team, the ones that can shoot threes.
Yeah.
He lost with that. The next year, he had the superstar team, Ben, Embiid,
Jimmy Butler.
Redick, he had Jimmy Butler and Tobias, man. He lost with that team.
Yep.
Every time somebody came to our team, it was like they didn't know their role.
Because he never gave them a role. And when Jimmy Butler came at him like, yo, what's going on? Whose role is this and whose role is that? And then they, he got all mad or whatever and said, Jimmy Butler is a headache. And he created that. Yeah. He created that controversy between him and Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler just came at him in practice. That's what a good player would say. Like, yo, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, my problem with my other problem with Brett Brown is you cannot take Ben Simmons, that was a all-star at the point guard position, all defensive player at the point guard position, and move him to a power forward position. You wait till the next year if you was going to make a move. You don't move a player that's been an all-star at a position to move him to a dunker position and take the ball out of his hand. Like, come on, man. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. I was so mad. Like, I'm like, okay, all right. Shake Milton is good. He's a good player. But at the same time, you can't take the ball out of Ben Simmons' hand. He's too valuable of getting people open.
Exactly.
Shake is a scorer.
Now, how you going to have Redick shoot more than Jimmy Butler, Ben, Embiid, and Tobias?
Yeah.
He's the 5th worst person on that starting squad, but you got him taking all the shots. You designing plays for him. Yeah. Butler was like, you see that Butler and J.J. Redick podcast?
No, I seen it, but I heard a few things what Butler was saying.
But yeah, you heard what they were saying. Yeah. Butler was like they wasn't doing things. They was going over film and everything. He looking around like what's going on here.
Yep.
You know it was bad when Butler said, Embiid, y'all do all the scoring in the fourth quarter, give the ball to me.
Yeah.
That was the offense we had, man.
Yeah, it was
It
just
was
crazy,
terrible.
man. Yeah.
And it was bad, really, from the beginning because I don't think Brent Brown and the Colangelos was on the same page.
Never.
Because right before the draft, you said Ben Simmons, our starting point guard, and then you go ahead and draft another point guard. What was that all about anyway?
That was so dumb to me.
Because
Because
you had the point guard, and you draft another one.
yeah, that was so dumb to me because you had Jason Tatum sitting right there. You let them dictate that. You let them at the number 1 pick. You let them dictate who they gonna select. Come on, Jason Tatum on this team right now, we wouldn't even sign Tobias or trade it for Tobias. We wouldn't even need him at all. It's crazy.
Said Colangelo, he was hard-headed. They said bring everybody in for a workout. He just had tunnel vision for folks.
Yeah.
Man, oh my gosh.
And I heard it, and I heard that Fultz in that workout was bricking everything. He looked terrible.
Yeah. He had a bad workout, they said.
Yeah, but he was like, oh, he's the best player in this and that. He ain't play nobody out in Washington. Who did he play?
Now listen. So Brent Brown lost with the shooting team.
Yep.
He lost with the All-Star team, and he lost with the defensive team last year.
Yeah, he lost with.
Remember, we're gonna have bully ball,
and
smash mouth defense. And he resorted back to shooting threes again. Like Brett, you're not doing what you said you was doing, man. We're not gonna shoot all these threes. You got 9 3-point shooters out there launching 3-pointers as if they were Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Durant. They're not shooters like that, man. You can't run your offense like that.
No.
You can't run the offense like that, man.
So
he should have been going, but he got fired at the right time because, like you said, now we got Doc Rivers, man. He fell right into our lap.
Yeah, he fell right into our lap. So to get off the Brent Brown train and, bashing him or whatever. So the hiring of Doc Rivers in this offseason before the new league year, and the hiring of Daryl Morey. I think this was the 2 best moves we made in a while. So
now,
go ahead.
Now we got 2 people, Doc Rivers, who knows the game because he's a player and he knows how to win as a coach because he won the title. Then you got Morey. He got experience in building teams. He got an experienced executive making moves because now the moves he made, Brand would have never did that.
Never. I think this one key move that I'm about to say, I don't think no one could have did this. No one in the NBA could have unloaded this contract. That was the Al Horford contract. How did you get off that contract? Oh my God.
Man, that was the steal right there.
Yes. To get off that? That's crazy.
Let's not forget, he the one that taught Hinkie how to do it, man.
Yeah, he did.
We got the king of the moves now.
We got the king of the moves. And so with this Al Horford trade was the Sixers received Danny Green and Terrence Ferguson. And the Thunder received Al Horford, a 2025 first-round pick, top 6 protected, a 2020 second-round pick, and that was number 34, Theo Meldon, and the draft rights to Velisi Micic. I know I'm probably killing names, but my bad on that.
They got scraps, man.
Scraps to unload that contract.
He had to sweeten the deal for him. That's all, man.
But the Thunder did have to get at that threshold of salary so they wouldn't get, I guess, hit with taxes and everything else. So they had to be under that threshold or over that threshold. And so the next trade that he did was trading Josh Richardson away. And the Sixers received Seth Curry, and the Mavs received Josh Richardson and a 36 pick, Tyler Bay. And so Josh Richardson was a disappointment to me. When he came over, I thought he was better than what he showed with us. Yes, he was hurt or whatever, but he did play a little D, but I thought he shot the ball better. What you think, Reg?
Man, like we talked about it earlier, I thought he was a better shooter than that, a better scorer. And I got caught up out there looking at the YouTube videos because he played for the Heat. We didn't see all their games to really
Yeah.
judge them. We seen some of the games, when they played us and everything. I looked at his YouTube videos. Well, this guy's all right. I knew he was a good defender. I thought he was a better scorer. And since he was young, I thought he was going to keep elevating his game when he, came to Philly and worked in his game more. But I was disappointed with that situation right there.
I think he hit his ceiling and he tapped out.
Yeah,
I think that's what he is. I think he's a 15, 16 point scorer, role player.
Right.
And I just think he's a good, solid player. I don't think he can elevate your team to get to the next level.
Nah. He's a good, if you got 3 stars on your team already, he's a good role player. You ain't got to depend on him. You know what I'm saying? He don't play good day, but you can't look for him to give you 20 points every night type of player.
Yeah, and that's it. And so
he's a solid role player,
Yeah, solid role player. So the next trade was trading Zaire Smith. And I think when Zaire got drafted, that was one of the worst picks ever in Sixers history. It was crazy. Like when we drafted him, I'm like, who this dude at 10? You drafted him at 10?
You should never trade it for him, man.
Oh my gosh, man. Everybody was like, who? What? He ain't had no handle. Dude was he's 6'4", playing power forward. Come on, bro.
Man.
That's crazy.
We had a shooter that played defense, and you traded him for Zaire Smith. Man.
Yeah, man. That was so nasty. I'm like, who saw something in him? And then they were like, oh, he's the next Kawhi Leonard. Where did you see that? Kawhi Leonard was hitting threes in high school and college. He hit threes and corner threes and stuff. How you see Kawhi Leonard and Zaire Smith? Stop. And so the Sixers received in this trade for Zaire Smith, the Sixers received Tony Bradley, and the Pistons received Zaire Smith, who was then waived and stretched. And so to me, with these trades, we created more space on the floor for Joel and Ben. And I think they will benefit from the space on the floor with these trades. What you think, Reg?
You're right about that. Because, now you can't sit there and double Embiid in the post when he got players he can kick it out to and knock down the 3. And we got 2 sharpshooters. Tobias can shoot when he's on. He's streaky, but he can't make a big shot. You can't just sit there and let him shoot wide open. You got to put D on him.
See, my one thing about Tobias is that he doesn't make his decision right away. Yeah. When he waits to make his decision, that's when he gets in trouble. When he doesn't think about playing and thinking about dribbling and then backing somebody down all the way and then doing some dumb shit. Like when he don't think and he just a twitchy player, like when he was at the Clippers, man, when he was playing like a twitchy player, he averaged 20. Nobody can stop that. When he just goes straight downhill, when he makes a decision right away, you can't stop that. But when he doesn't, he look terrible, man. He looks trash out there, for real. Like, he looks like he's a bum. Like, he's getting paid $30+ million. Come on, bro. You got to do better, man.
One thing you've seen in the playoffs, he was lost without Ben out there.
Yep.
In that Boston series, he was lost without Ben. Nobody that can get him open and get him a good, clean shot. When he had to create his own shot, man, he couldn't do nothing. Man.
But, see, I'm going to just touch on what you just said. He was lost without Ben. He had to play defense, too. Without Ben.
Oh, yeah.
And now he had to play Tatum. Tatum ate him up. Now he had to play Brown. Brown ate him up. You know what I'm saying? Like Ben Simmons, he does hide a lot of things on this team. Yes, he doesn't shoot, and we'll get into that, later in the pod and stuff. But Ben Simmons, he creates a lot of stuff for this team, and he covers a lot of holes for this team.
Yeah. But you sleeping on the one player that nobody really thinking about. I had explained this into a group on Facebook.
Yeah.
That Tony Bradley, he's a center.
Yes.
He's there for when you rest Embiid and you got Dwight Howard starting, then you got somebody that can back Dwight Howard up.
Yep.
Another long, big man that can block shots and run the floor.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're going to rest Embiid because they got the season so compact now.
Yeah, they
We'll
got to
probably
rest
a lot of
Embiid.
back-to-backs and everything. Yeah. He's a big guy. He's going to need his rest and whatever.
Yeah. So next up was the NBA draft. And
Yeah.
so within this draft, you've seen a seasoned vet, one of the best GMs in the league, handle a draft. And so when I was sitting there and I seen the draft slipping, and I'm like, hold on, who next? Who next? Oh, the top players who? Oh, it's 19. Oh, they picked who? Oh, they didn't pick my man? Okay, let me see what Morey do. Yeah, he did the same thing that everybody else always would say in the past drafts. You pick the best player available.
Right.
We ain't never picked the best player available when we're late in the draft. We always pick some foreign dude. We always pick some dude that ain't never gonna play. It's crazy how the Sixers can't draft, man.
But hold up, man. I give Brand credit for drafting Thibault.
Yes.
That was good for position. But Maxey, man, I like Maxey.
Maxey. So the Sixers drafted Maxey at the 21st pick. Yeah. And when I seen this, man, I jumped up. I said, man, they going in the right direction. So Maxey played at Kentucky. He's a 6'3" combo guard. And my player comp for Maxey is Lou Williams. And so dude is a bucket, like a bucket. And he should have went top 10, but he dropped the 21. Man, that's something we needed. We needed some young, nice talent. We ain't never get no young, nice talent like this, man.
Nah, his floater is mean.
Yeah, his floater is mean. We always missed on players, man.
Yeah. You know, Kentucky always make good guards, man.
They do. We can name the list.
That's what I said. I said Maxey is going to be what folks were supposed to be.
Yep. Combo. Then when Ben is out, he can bring the rock up and he can shoot it. He ain't showed, that he can shoot it. He shot some floaters in that preseason game. But he can, he's been working on his jumper. He can shoot it.
So it was the way the game was flowing. I mean, it wasn't like he was trying to get everybody involved. He was playing point guard.
Yeah.
Take the ball to the rack, score, whatever. It wasn't like they left him open and he passed up a jump shot. I'm quite sure if he had to shoot, he would have shot it.
Yeah, he would have shot it. You can just tell he's a shooter.
They ain't really run no plays in preseason. They just seeing, I guess, how everybody fit and everything.
Yeah. And so at pick 49, we select Isaac Joe. Joe played at Arkansas. He's a 6'5" shooting guard. And at Arkansas, they said that he can shoot it. I seen some YouTube joints that he is a bucket, but, the jury's still out on him. But I like him a lot just to be, that other shooter, developing when Green or Seth Curry, leaves the team or we don't read them up. Now you have this young guy that can just step in at shooting guard.
They said he was the best pure shooter in college.
Yeah, and he was hurt.
But I think he had some issues. I think he got hurt or something, so his stock dropped. I forgot what they said happened.
Yeah, he got hurt and his stock did drop.
Yeah. But they say he's a good shooter, though. I think time will tell. We got Doc and we got Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell's another good coach, man.
Yeah.
And he was a point guard.
Game.
Exactly. That's why I like our coaching staff. We got a lot of experience on there, especially when it comes to dealing with guards and everything.
Yes, sir. And so after the draft, it was free agency. The first player that we signed was Dwight Howard, and he's a center.
Yeah.
Then we signed Ryan Burkhoff. He's a small forward, power forward, and we just waived him before our first preseason game. He was just a camp body out there getting banged up and getting dunked on. Then we signed Dakota Mathis, and then he's a guard, and then we signed Derek Walton Jr. And so, and he got waived before the preseason game. My thoughts on free agency, we didn't really need much because we did everything in trading. And within the draft. But that signing of Dwight Howard at center, is going to free up Joel Embiid where he doesn't have to play a lot of minutes and getting, his body tore up and everything else, where he can play those solid minutes and he can give his all and he can still drop 25 in 30 minutes a game or whatever, less minutes than, he was playing and still be efficient. My thing with Joel Embiid is he's probably in shape now because, that's what he had to do coming into the season. But in past seasons, he was out of shape and he always got tired, man. That's what we can't have. And so that Dwight Howard backing him up, now you really don't need Joel Embiid to be banging with a big man, for 4 quarters. You throw Dwight out there. Go ahead, Dwight. Go out there. He can and Dwight been through it. He's a seasoned vet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's nice as a backup center. He gonna give you, 8 points, 3 blocks. You know what I'm saying? 8 boards, 10 boards. So I think he's going to be real good.
Howard is not the Howard old, but this Howard still got something left in him.
Yeah.
He's still going to catch a oop and bang on you at will.
Yeah, he still got his hops.
He's still explosive.
Yes.
And he's going to grab boards, like you said. He's going to block shots. So when Embiid sits down, we still going to have a defensive threat in the middle.
Yeah.
We still got somebody that can run the pick and roll in the middle. And don't forget, he can still score around the basket.
Yes, he can.
Only thing he don't have that what Embiid has is outside game. But
see,
he's not here for that.
He's not here for that. And he'll play real good with Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Because he can catch lobs, and Ben Simmons gonna throw that thing up for you, baby. If you open, he gonna just lob it up, and you gonna I can't wait for the pick and rolls and everything.
Green gonna throw it up there for him too. They was doing that in LA last year.
Yes, sir. So that continuity with Green, I think that's going to be extra for this team because you have 2 players that want to chip.
Yeah, and they played with each other last year.
And so our current roster right now consists of Justin Anderson, forward, Tony Bradley, center, Seth Curry, guard, Joel Embiid, center, Terrence Ferguson, shooting guard, Danny Green, shooting guard, small forward. Tobias Harris, forward. Dwight Howard, center. Isaac Joe, shooting guard. Furkan Korkmaz, shooting guard. Dakota Mathis, I'm probably chopping his name up. He's a shooting guard, and he's on a 2-way. Tyrese Maxey, point guard. Shake Milton, shooting guard. Point guard as well. Vincent Portier, center. Paul Reed Jr., forward, and he's a 2-way player. Mike Scott, Ben Simmons, and Matisse Thybulle. So right now, I think we have 16 players or 17 players or something like that. And so I know that the players in the league went to the league and said, can we have 15-man roster due to, COVID and everything else.
Right.
So all we have to do is cut like one more player, basically.
Yeah.
And so I think we'll be straight. I think this roster constructed right now is very deep, and I think we can compete in the East. Now, I know that you said we need another scorer, which, we kind of do because the guy that I don't like on the team is Tobias Harris. I think he's trash. Right. So if we can get rid of him and get something in place of him, then I think that will be, great. But other than that,
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Who you think gonna get playing time during the regular season? Not the playoff roster, because you know how everybody don't play in the playoffs. They shorten the roster up. For regular season, outside of our starting 5 that we've seen on preseason, who else gonna play?
All right, so Dwight Howard, that's a shoe-in. He getting minutes. He's gonna be getting minutes. And so I seen Korkmaz a lot in that preseason game. I know Shake Milton is going to be out there balling. Doc loves Mike Scott.
Yeah, I don't know why the love for this Mike Scott guy, man.
Yeah, he loved Mike Scott. He played for him. He loved his toughness and
What
everything.
about Maxie?
Hold on, let me get to him. Matisse, I think you got to put him
Yeah.
out there, just, defensive responsibilities. And I don't know, Maxie, you might have to play him because, Doc don't like to play rookies. But how he's looking, man, he might force your hand to put him in that second squad spot.
Right.
And then you might have to sit Korkmaz, man. I don't know. Like, if Maxie getting minutes, who's going to be affected on that bench spot?
Nobody's not going to be playing 11 players in the game. Man.
I know.
Somebody not getting no playing time.
Somebody not getting it. I think it's going to be Forcon, man.
Yeah,
Defensively.
Korkmaz,
Because defensively, Maxie was D'ing up out there, bro. Like, he was getting it. And so if you going to have Maxie shake Mike Scott, because Mike Scott a power forward, so you're going to have him back up Tobias or whatever. So
well, Thibault.
Yeah, see, but Thibault, he's a small forward. He going to back up Green. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think Forcon, he's going to be the man that's going to be on the bench. Yeah. Unless you're going to be like, nah, we're going to give Forcon some playing time to see what he's going to do. And then if he ain't handling it, yeah, I watched him play.
He think he better than what he is. He he got the green light out there. Boy, come on, Corky, what you doing?
Yeah, he do be bugging, man. But he can shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
At times he can. When he's hot, he's hot.
Yeah, when he's hot, he's hot. But when he go cold, I think they gotta go with Maxie. They got to.
Yeah.
That's just to me. But yeah, I think Korkmaz might be the odd man out. But we'll see. So the coaching staff for our Sixers this year, our head coach, we already know, is Doc Rivers. And so the bench assistant is Dan Yeager. He was a great coach. He coached at the Kings. He was on Memphis when they was going to the playoffs. So that boy, he knows what he's doing. Sam Cassell. I like Sam Cassell just because of the progression of Ben Simmons. Sam Cassell played the game. He's a point guard. And also Doc's a point guard too. So that progression for Ben Simmons and those two coaches, I think that's going to be key for Ben Simmons. And then our next coach is...
Listen,
go ahead.
And Cassell is a coach that you got to respect because he won titles as a player.
Yeah, he did. So you got to respect it. Yeah, you got to respect it. And so the next coach is Dan Burke, and he's a good defensive coach. He was with the Indiana Pacers, and you know he was doing his thing. But that's that defensive coach. And so, what's your thoughts on the coaching staff?
Now, I love our coaching staff, and you can see from that first preseason game how we played that. It's good. You know, I think they're gonna listen to them guys. Cause them guys are well respected around the league.
Yeah.
And like I say, look, Doc Rivers and Sam Cassell, they both got experience as players.
Yeah. And I think, this team is going to respect the coaches because they did it before. You know what I'm saying? And Doc going to get in your ass if you ain't going to be doing these things.
Right.
Like,
He'll hold you accountable.
He's going to hold you accountable.
And that's one thing Brent Brown didn't do. He didn't hold him accountable. He didn't get in their ass.
Nah.
How you going to have Embiid eating Chick-fil-A and getting a massage in the middle of practice? Come on, man. They walked all over that guy, man.
Cheese fries and everything. Come on, Embiid. Stop.
I should tell people this. We had a great coach in Larry Brown. We know how a team's supposed to be coached and organized and everything.
Yeah.
Larry Brown would throw you under the bus in the media like he did AI plenty of times.
Yeah, he'll get on you like, yo, you can't be doing that.
Yeah. You need a coach that's going to have discipline and players going to respect them. And they're going to demand respect, man. That's why Doc Rivers is good for us, man.
Word. And so these Harden trade rumors, that's everybody is speculating, oh, he's coming to the Sixers, he's going to the Nets, he's going here, he's going there. For one, Morey is smart enough to not trade away his 2 stars. It's no way that he's going to trade away his 2 stars. It's no way.
Right.
Now, you can have some C, D, or B minus players in Tobias. Yeah, we're going to wait this thing out. Yeah, we're going to wait it out and see what happens in Houston or whatever. But I don't see Morey going out of his way to trade Ben Simmons for a 31-year-old player in Harden that don't play no D. Yeah, he can score, but he don't play no D. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about earlier, I'm not getting rid of, in my opinion, my untouchables is Ben, Embiid, and Maxey. I want to keep our young players. You can have anybody else. I want Tobias out of here because he's really the weak link on the team.
Yeah.
Now, look, we need a score. I'll take Harden. I believe Harden not going to come here and do what he wants because Ben going to be running point. Harden, you got to play the 2 guard or the 3. Ben's going to be running the show. We already got 2 superstars here. And Doc and Morey, before they make a trade for him, they got to let him understand that he's not running the show as the point guard.
No.
It ain't going to be him holding the ball, driving, and shooting threes all day, step back. You got to play within the team, man. We got a nice team. And you got to respect them because out in the West, they say, oh, Harden ain't never win nothing. Harden wasn't going to beat no Durant, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry by himself.
Nah. Look, Harden that boy.
Look,
bro,
yeah,
I'm not disrespecting Harden's game. Harden is that boy, bro. He gets busy for real. Like, he's a top 5 player in the league, yes.
Right.
But he's also a cancer to teams offensively where he's going to be jacking the ball to get 30.
But they goes in though. But they go in.
Yeah, they do go in.
Look, Harden don't play D. We know that. But Kyrie didn't play no D. Steph Curry ain't play no D. And they won titles. You got to put defensive players around them.
Yeah.
If we get Harden, he ain't playing no D. But yet we got Ben playing D. We got Embiid playing D. We got Green playing D. We got defensive players around them. Thibault. We can look. Tobias don't play no D. We putting up with himself.
Yeah.
We got to put up with him.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's an easy swap. You can take him out because he ain't playing no D and put somebody else in that is playing D. I don't want Ben Simmons to leave or Joel Embiid to leave because you're going to be in the same predicament. You ain't going to have nobody to play D. Ben Simmons is playing D out there. He's locking up, bro.
Look, you don't want Tobias out there not playing D and Harden not playing D.
Yeah. You getting ate up. You getting ate up defensively.
Embiid be in foul trouble, man.
Yes, sir. Dwight Howard in first quarter. For real. So the things I want to see this season is the progression of Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid not shooting threes, and seeing this team with better coaching. That's what I want to see this season. Like the progression of Ben Simmons, I just want to see him shoot it more. I don't even care about a 3. Just get a mid-range. Get that mid-range and you know, hit some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it is we see Ben Simmons, his videos he posts, he making his shots.
Yeah. But
you gotta
Brent Brown never got him comfortable on the floor to take those shots. He's setting everything up. He's got to make sure this dude is getting his shots. He got to make sure this guy is getting his shots. He's running the offense. He's calling the plays. You know what I'm saying? To get everybody else involved. The coach ain't even got no plays to run for Ben Simmons. And he's still averaging 16 points a game, 15, 16 points a game without no plays ran for him. Like, that's my thing. If you run some plays for him and give him the feeling that he's involved in the offense, I think you'll see a different Ben Simmons.
All right, this I want to see from Ben. Well, I didn't see in the preseason game. If you open to shoot the rock, that's all you got to do. If you open, just shoot it.
That's it. Just shoot it. If it go in and it don't.
Ball, if somebody pass the ball to you open, just pull up. If they sag off you on defense, just pull up, man. What I don't like to see him do, I hope you break out this habit. You drive to the lane, jump up in the air, and pass it.
Yeah.
He need a floater, to tell you the truth. He had a floater. When he jump in the air in the lane, he can get that floater off.
Yeah, he's 6'10", 6'11". Yes, if he had a floater, can't nobody stop that floater.
Yeah, exactly. Don't jump up in the air, turn around, pass, and get the ball stolen, and here they got a fast break going the other way.
Yeah.
That's a bad habit they got to break out of. And I see him in the post on 2 plays in that preseason game.
Yeah.
And both plays, he passed it to Embiid, and Embiid shot the 3. Of course, it didn't go in.
But you know why? Remember when I was talking to you, when I texted you? The reason why was that Tobias missed him early when he sealed the guy off. And he got it late. So that's why. Yo, Tobias trash to me. No. For real, yo, Tobias is trash to me. He don't never give up the ball early. He always hold the ball like he got a handle and he a point guard and all that. Man, this ain't Tennessee, man. We used to do that in Tennessee. Bring the ball up and get everybody involved, man. Play your part, man. Play your position.
That's all I'm saying. Ben, if you're going to go in the post and somebody give you the ball, you better try to score. Turn around, fade away, up and under, move, whatever, little sky hook. Don't pass the ball to Embiid. Yeah. Embiid's not in the post because you there to get some points. So try to get your points. When you pass the ball to Embiid, he going to shoot the 3. You already know that. He ain't going to pass that up.
And I hate him.
We don't want him shooting
threes.
Exactly.
No,
we don't want him shooting 3s. So don't pass the ball to him.
At least 1 or 2 a game. Yes, 1 or 2 a game. But not 4, 5, 6. Exactly. Come on, man. You ain't no 2 guard, bro. Like, come on, get that ball up. Give that ball up.
Look, that's all I want to see with Ben. Shoot the ball when you're open. If you in the post, man, make a move, try to get the foul, whatever. Fade away, jump. Do what you got to do, man. Yeah. Don't pass the ball out that post because you're 6'10". You probably got an advantage on who you posting up.
Yeah, take that advantage. So,
yeah, take that advantage.
To close out the pod, how many wins do I think this team can get? I think they can have 48. They can be 48 and 24. That's me.
How many games they playing this season?
72.
72, so minus 10 games.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. 48 and 24.
How much we won last year? How many games we won?
43 and 30.
All right.
So given the talent that we got now, I said 48 and 24. That's reasonable to me.
That's fair right there. And depending on how fast we gel and things work out, we might win more than that, take the truth.
Yeah. And at least, this is my thing. At least we make the Eastern Conference Finals. At least. That's all I'm giving them. At least. But it's only 2 teams out there that I think that can give us a run for our money. It's Milwaukee and Brooklyn, man.
Yeah. Man.
I think we can beat everybody else. That Brooklyn team stacked, man.
But tell you the truth, last year we beat Milwaukee last year.
Yeah, but then they got whatchamacallit out there, man. He played D too, and he get buckets. Holiday played D and get buckets. Yeah. So it's a little different because they ain't have no guards. They ain't have no guards that was getting buckets and playing D. Right. So it's a little different. We can see how it all shake out. But yeah, that's my prediction. 48 and 24. You know.
Yeah, that sounds good. Because it could be over under by 3 games. I put it to you like that.
Yeah.
3 games over under. We can be 45. We could be 51.
Yeah. So you know. So with that, people, that's it. That was the pod. Thank you, Reg, for tuning in with your boy. You know how we get down.
So, I got to get back on here. You know what I'm saying? Once the season gets started, we get a chance to analyze everything.
Analyze them. Have a mid-season review. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, people. 1.
Nothing like it.
So that was episode 14. The Sixers 2021 season review. I'd like to thank my guest, Reggie, for stopping by the pod. And y'all heard in this episode, we had some good things to say about the Sixers. but also some bad things to say about the Sixers. And in this season, we are optimistic on what will happen, but you never know when you have a Philly team. So, with that, people, stay safe, give respect, and show love. 1.